What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your weekend astrology forecast for the weekend of July 6th and the 7th of 2024. Astrologer Brian Scarborough here, Fixed Air Moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope you had a great week, had a great holiday, all that good stuff. Let's take a look at the astrology for the weekend. We're coming off, of course, the new moon. Hope you had a great new moon on Friday yesterday. And here we are, that moon separating off the new moon conjunction in Cancer. Definitely brought up a lot when I was talking about insecurities. It had a lot of we're talking Venus square Chiron, which is exact today, and then the moon's going to cross over Venus and square Chiron. So we're kind of jumping immediately into some of that, self-worth healing, relationship to our self-healing, how we nurture ourselves, take care of ourselves. This can deal with our relationship to money. It can deal with a lot of things. The way we treat ourselves, the way we take care of ourselves, the things we put in our body, how we take care of our body, how we take care of our emotions, how we take care of others, how we nurture and uplift partners, family, friends, people that are close to us. There's definitely trigger warnings out, and we got to use what we get in our external environment to hopefully learn and come to a better understanding of our self-worth and all that. I mean, the upside is that we're working on really nice sextiles with the moon over to Mars in Taurus and over to Uranus in Taurus. Venus is getting ready to sextile Uranus in Taurus. So there's a bunch of liberating energy too, but we have to get past, these wounds in life and these insecurities. So whether it's relationship driven, bringing up insecurities, whether it's money, bringing up insecurities, whether it's just not feeling confident or feeling beat down in life right now, we got to, liberate ourselves and love ourselves and put ourselves in that driver's seat of our value and hold a strong belief towards that value. We're also seeing Mercury at 7 degrees of Leo. It's starting to sextile this weekend over to Jupiter. And I think that this is, really positive stuff for creating our environment, for expanding our own adventures and not limiting ourselves to something from the past or holding on to something that happened when we were young. I mean, this is a time to really liberate, grow, and heal ourselves so that we can be more confident, more secure, and just feel overall more safe in our own bodies. So definitely an interesting Saturday, to where it can start off a little rough, but I think we can find that strength and that drive to push through these Chiron wounds of not feeling like we are strong or can assert ourselves, or even not knowing, maybe who we are. Like, we can really come back to a sense of liberation by knowing who we are, why we're here. And maybe it's not like career driven or relationship driven, but just feeling like you're here for a purpose. And that's going to be unique to all of us. And we want to get back to that and remember where home base is at within ourselves, because there's definitely, like I said, trigger warnings for Saturday that can kind of upset us in one way or another. And then by the end of Saturday, we see the moon oppose Pluto as it leaves its home sign of Cancer and comes into Leo, which it'll be sharing a really nice reception with the sun. We only get this once a year, with a sun in Cancer and a moon coming into Leo, which is a really, exalted sort of energy, of feeling confident and creative and feeling safe enough to have a good time, to laugh, and to, go through deeper aspects of life, whether it's something hard in life, whether it's something, that we really, really want that maybe isn't there. I mean, we got to be able to kind of like laugh things off, have fun, and see the deeper meaning behind certain things so that we can really get what we want or what we desire out of life. So we do see the moon also trine over to Neptune. We're starting to see the sun trine over to Saturn retrograde in Pisces. So there's a lot that we can pull from our intuition, but we also want to be present in our own healing, in our own understanding of ourselves, and how to really strengthen that relationship with ourselves. Because even if we're trying to be in relationships with others, we definitely can't be in really healthy relationships if we're not healthy with ourselves. And I think Saturday is definitely I say test sometimes, but it is. It's like testing, like how safe and how secure and how good do you feel within yourself, because it's presenting challenges of insecurities. And that was a theme for the new moon, and we kind of get right into it Saturday with that Chiron square. And of course, the sun's going to square Chiron next. So, we're building up to that next weekend. As we look at Sunday, we are going to see, of course, the moon come into Leo fully. It's going to meet with Mercury. They are sextiling Jupiter, and I do think Sunday's much more lighthearted. Sunday's much more, can breathe. Venus is off the square to Chiron, so we're starting to definitely feel better about ourselves. If Saturday was hard, expect Sunday to be much more of a vibe, much more chill, and much more just able to be, without having to maybe deal with something that's triggering or someone that's triggering. It almost feels like we can just really live more exalted in ourselves, and like we kind of went through the hard stuff on Saturday. So not saying that like there's no room that like, oh my God, someone couldn't possibly have a bad day Sunday. Of course, that could happen depending on your chart and what's going on in that. But collectively, we're definitely set up to have some fun on Sunday. It is 7/7. That's two sevens, of course, and you guys know I love my sevens. So there's that divine energy packed behind it. Even the sun's at 16. That's a 7. So we got triple sevens, baby, jackpot. Didn't take me long to put that one together, but there it is. And with trines to Saturn, we can really start to dedicate on the strength that we have within ourselves, on what we want to put out to the world, how we're going to intuit life in a very disciplined manner to make life more comfortable. And what we need to do, like, again, if this is like relationship stuff coming up or money situations coming up with Venus, it all starts with you. Your relationship to money, your relationship to others, but you can't even have good relationships to external things without the relationship to yourself, right? And definitely with the moon and Mercury, wanting to express, wanting to talk, I think wanting to be heard, wanting to be seen and recognized for maybe some emotional vulnerabilities, and being able to create from certain vulnerabilities, because Chiron's in the mix and it can be a vulnerable time. But we can definitely use that in really potent, powerful, assertive ways if we need to. And really, with the sextile to Jupiter, start to really expand environments, expand connections. Things don't have to be so small. But even Jupiter at 9 degrees of Gemini is kind of like trying to relearn some truth here. It's at the end of the first decan. Like we have some like minor truth adjustments. We need to kind of look past some things and look further for some things instead of maybe staying in a box. So there is like, let's kind of break out. We're seeing Venus Sunday make a really tight sextile to Uranus and into Monday. So a lot of opportunity here to liberate, to break out of boxes. My throat is dry. Apparently my throat chakra's messed up. I'm out of water. It's all going to hell. No, I'm just kidding. But there's a lot out there for us. I think we want to be open to, definitely loving ourselves more, valuing ourselves more. It's just going to help relationships all the way around. And I think that you just have to be in that unique place. You have to be in yourself right now. You can't like just follow a leader. Like you have to be a leader. And that's what the nodes, and that's just where we're at right now. So we're kind of getting tested. Like, are we on the throne of our life? Especially with this, very exalted pair of the sun and the moon sharing reception. We only get this once, so it's really, I think, an important weekend to not let things drown you out, to not let noise clutter you. And if it does, it's like, well, we got to liberate ourselves. We got to look past these things. We got to start believing in things differently. Maybe certain truths show up that can help us shift beliefs in a more creative, in a more self-exuberant fashion, so that we can find more fun, find more love, find more passion in different ways. And we're going to see the moon make good aspects to the nodes. So that's, definitely why I'm bringing that stuff up too. And even Black Moon Lilith is with the South Node. So, if we're like so needy for external approval or lead or guidance or just a relationship, we really need to make sure we're putting a lot of focus on ourselves right now. And that's all going to be well and good as long as you're in your own truth, in your own body, in yourself. Those things can all be great, but the moment we start doubting ourselves because of something else, this weekend can kind of test us, and Sunday can be beautiful, and it can be a jackpot day for, something really magical happening. But you gotta be disciplined within yourself to know what's yours and what isn't, and like why certain things might be happening or happen Saturday, um, so that you're not putting that all on yourself and beating yourself into the ground, because it can be a very like self-deprecating weekend if you let it, and we definitely don't want to do that. So let's see what's in the card for today. This weekend, I should say. We got the moon in reverse. Yeah, I think it's just kind of weird what could come up this weekend. Things that could trigger us emotionally, make us not feel secure. We definitely want to be able to go with the tides, go with the flow, grow and learn from this weekend. And it's okay to get turned upside down. It's okay to, feel like things are a little off. How you take care of yourself and nurture yourself through these things happening is the ticket to a really beautiful jackpot weekend. I love you all. I appreciate you. I hope you have a great one, and I'll see you Monday. Much love. Peace.